Bonjour les enfants, c'est Madame Bewell. Ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va mal? Comme ci, comme ça? I do hope that you're all doing really well. Now, this is our final lesson on the new topic of France and Paris, and I hope you're going to enjoy it very much. I'm going to share my screen with you in just a second. Now, what's that, Camembert? Oui, c'est vrai. Now, Camembert says that you've worked brilliantly hard so well on our topic of Paris and France and the Eiffel Tower. So this lesson is just going to consolidate everything that we've done so far. Now, could you join in with Madame Bewell and Camembert and say this poem in French all about the Eiffel Tower? La tour Eiffel, jupe en dentelle, était au ciel depuis 100 ans. Veille et attend en regardant passer la vie sur les trois grilles du vieux Paris. And what that means is the Eiffel Tower has a skirt made of lace. At the top of the sky for 100 years, it watches and waits, looking at people passing by the grey roofs of old Paris. Let's try one more time.
Tour Eiffel. La tour Eiffel, jupe en dentelle, était au ciel depuis 100 ans. Veille et attend en regardant passer la vie sur les trois grilles du vieux Paris.
I hope you recognise some of those words. I think that you would recognise the words La Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower. Maybe when we looked at items of clothing, you might recognise that word jupe, which means a skirt. Tête, I'm sure you remember from when we did tête, épaule, genou, pied, your head. Cent, think of the word percent, which is normally out of 100. So cent, meaning 100. And then gris, I think we have definitely seen before when we looked at our colour words. So really, really well done. Now, for the rest of today's lesson, Camembert and I would like you to get creative. What we want you to do today for the rest of the lesson is to see if you can find some everyday items around your house to make your very own Eiffel Tower. Now, these are just suggestions, so please just use whatever you have handy at home. You could, if you wanted to, use food, for example, fruit and vegetables. You might want to use paint or coloured pens or pencils, paper, lolly sticks, straws. You could use buttons if you have some, pasta, marshmallows. The choice really is yours. Please, please send me and Camembert photographs of your work. We'll be really excited to see them. And I promise you that as soon as we get back to school, there will be some Eiffel Tower themed prizes for you all. I'm going to show you some examples of what you could create, but these are really just to get your imagination going. So this is one made out of fruit. So here it looks like we've got blueberries and bananas, banane and raspberries, les framboises. That looks a nice easy one to make. Maybe you could make that at lunchtime. Or you could use straws and just a piece of paper and some sticky plastic or sellotape. You could use paint or felt tips. This one on the right hand side here has got lots of pretty flowers. That's a beautiful Eiffel Tower. You might want to use lolly sticks if you have some. There's another one with different coloured party straws. And this one I think is my favourite with all of the lovely colourful buttons. And lastly, you could, if you're adventurous and you have some in the house, use marshmallows and spaghetti like we did last year for our French day. Or you might just want to draw a plain picture, freehand. The choice is really up to you. Now, I hope that will keep you happy and entertained for today's lesson. It's been lovely catching up with you, and we can't wait for our French lesson next week, can we, Camembert? What's that? Camembert says, au revoir les enfants, au revoir.